Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, and welcome back to another episode of Oxygen Not Included. Now, we're going to put that to-do list back up, but we have two major tasks that we're planning on doing today. We're letting the duplicants do some kind of basic things that I set up after the last episode, such as building a comfy bed with the plastic, setting this up here so that we can remove that little piece of polluted water, and then having, I think they're kind of doing some other small tasks, but anyways, we're gonna do all of that. And I have the major tasks I want to do is make some glass. That's number one, and now I'm forgetting number two. Oh yes, look into the steam turbine. So I have some ideas of how I can do this. It may not be, I may not be able to run a consistent one yet, but I think we can start moving towards one. So we're getting close. We're getting very close. We'll take the coal. Let's take a shine nymph. Actually, I have an idea for you as well, my little shiny friend. Okay, so I got an idea for the glass. We're gonna go into refinement here, and I was kind of looking at how some people had the glass forge set up, and my best thought is just slamming it down here and just throwing the glass into the water. Now, the only problem is this does require some electricity, and by some, I mean 1.2 kilowatts. So that does bring me to the thought of upgrading some of the base wiring here, specifically this one, and giving it a little bit more option, I suppose, is what we'll say. I think I need Steve to do some research there, but anyways, it's my thought. I'm gonna build it in here for now. We're gonna put it down for now. Or, well, we actually can't put it down because we got all these ladders here. Let's deconstruct these. So leave us the ladders, please. Don't deconstruct the wires. Just the ladder. Just the ladders. Because they're not really doing anything anyway at the moment. There we go. We'll just get them to do that. Kind of zoom through. I also actually don't need that switch because that's controlled by over there, right? So that switch serves no purpose, so that'll go, and we'll be able to move it one over. And now they're just upset that they've got soggy feet, but that is another issue. We want to kind of deal with the fact that there's so much of this, and one of my only ideas is to freeze it. Clearly that's not going to work. Pumping it in there didn't work, so we're going to have to clean it up. So another thing I want to do is just, I really want to deal with these polluted water bits. So I'm wondering if I just, block them off and then break it out the bottom. That might be a good way to do it. Or I could build a pump, actually. Or I could build pumps on top. Like if I put a liquid pump here and a liquid pump there, I might be able to get it out as well. These are all those, those little tasks that I want to do. We're trying to do them kind of all at the same time. And then there's also the idea of digging upwards because we want to find more, well, we want to find the surface. We want to find where we can build solar panels. So we're going to dig that up to maybe today, maybe not today. We'll kind of see how things go, but we're doing things. We're making moves, folks. We're making moves. Let's also deconstruct that ladder, please. There's also a lot of tidying tasks that they're kind of just up to at the same time. I've let them run rampant for a bit, and unfortunately it's not slowing them down, but it is leaving everything to be quite messy, and that's not something that I am enjoying. We do also have Ellie kind of fixing herself up here. If it was in a hospital, it would be better. So I'm thinking maybe we need to build a hospital here too. It's all, there's a lot to be done. There's a lot to be done, but we've known that ever since we've started playing, but we're getting along quite well. So let's just continue on kind of letting everybody do their activities, running around, doing their stuff, and just kind of slowly watching things as they're going along. The steam, so I'll kind of like let them do their thing, and I'll talk about what my thoughts are on the steam turbine. So the steam turbine will draw in steam, all right? And it generates power, apparently quite a bit of power. But the problem is the water needs to constantly be hot enough to be steam. So water has a, once it's over 99, it ends up turning into steam and then evaporating, right? And then it would go through the steam turbine. The steam turbine then would remove the heat from the water. So, you know, I don't know how much heat it removes, but I'm pretty sure it removes and outputs it as water. I just don't know what temperature it'll do it at. And so you basically need to keep running something through it. So kind of one of the things that I've seen get run through it is a where is it? It's under utilities and thermo aquatuner. So it outputs heat in the immediate vicinity, but it cools the liquid that is piped through it. So there's also the same with gas. Cools gas piped through it, but outputs heat in the immediate vicinity. Scalding, stop going down there, you fools. You know, these are the things that I'm considering. So one thought is crude oil could be used, but I don't really care to cool down crude oil. You know, I could rip this open and put water down there and make it get spicy water, you know, get it hot. Again, that's not really something I'm interested in doing. I think I just kind of like to use it as a cooling mechanic for certain portions of the base. I'm just not quite sure how the heat deletion is. Like, apparently it's like fantastic, but I don't quite understand how it could suit my needs yet, but we're getting there. We're going to get close, and we're going to test it out anyway and see if we can figure it out. Stations, refinement. But that's kind of where we're at right now. So, you know, I've been planning this out. I've been thinking it over for the last little bit, and it's where we're going. It's where we're going, and I'm quite excited to see where we can go fully with this. It's gonna be interesting, I can tell you that. I'm gonna put that down. All right, cool. So we've separated that out. We've got that done. I need to sweep that up. Sweep up as much of that as possible. And you know, we do get a few notifications sometimes saying that we're struggling with oxygen generation. We actually aren't. We're doing totally fine. Everything's really good. Actually, it's going quite well. I'm just going to put a liquid filter here too, actually. I know that's going to require electricity, and I'm not too keen on it, but that's fine. So in is white, out is going to be the good stuff, and then, no, wait, out is not the good stuff. Actually, yes, we'll do that. So that's fine, and then the polluted water, I'll just hook it into that would be good, if I could just hook it into that system there. Again, this is a lot. I know this is a lot of work to get this little item done. It's something I've been trying to get done for a while. It's something I've really looked forward to getting out of here. So we're going to do it today. It's going to be done. And we're not going to have to worry about it ever again. There we go. Let's do this as well. And we're going to hook it up there. So we're going to just kind of, we're not going to make them do that yet. But this will be a system, unfortunately, that will cost quite a bit of electricity for a little bit. We'll just turn that off and it'll be fine. Another thing I'm thinking about doing is moving those again to a room that I was talking about, you know, a room by itself. I'm thinking over here, and then we would be able to pump air into the base everywhere else using that system. Because again, the base isn't huge. Like, I mean, it's pretty big because we have these long areas of, you know, unlocked area. Oh. Yeah, I suppose I ripped that open, eh? Oh my. Oh my, yes, the carbon dioxide is now slowly scooting all the way down to the bottom of the base, and it'll go down here. That's not bad, actually, I don't care. Transit tubes. Okay, let's talk about that as well. That is another thing we're, you know, loosely discussing, as well as transit tubes. So those actually require plastics. Allows transit tubes to run through wall and floor tiles. Okay, so obviously, you know, where this is gonna need to be placed is probably cut it here, maybe have a little entrance here, cut it all the way down, and then drop them off downstairs, like down here. They spend so much time running back and forth, it'd probably be a really good idea to have a spot here that they could go and access. That requires quite a bit of plastic to do that work, and we're not producing an abundance of plastic. Right now I'm trying to stock this up so that I have enough, not fuel, but enough means to produce power via petroleum, because this thing ain't gonna run forever, you know? It will shut off in 45 cycles. And we've had it's been active for about 20 cycles, and we've had a really good 20 cycles. So 22 cycles, yeah. You have a really good 22 cycles. So we've only got 2 more of those to go. 2 more rounds of that to go. And, you know, I think we're in a really good spot. I'm actually quite excited. I'm looking forward to the continuation of this system, because this is going really well. This is going really well. I know we're not as perhaps far along as some other people would be, because, you know, I'm not an expert at the game, but we're getting there. 100% we're getting there, and we are making a base unlike any other. Unlike any other. So here's the deal, right? In molten glass, okay? I know it's hooked up to power already, but the issue is we need these wires to be able to be conductive wires, which are those heavier wires. My thought is using copper. This is an expensive endeavor, a very expensive endeavor, but it will allow us to do quite a bit as a whole. It will push our limits a little bit farther and be a little bit less restrictive. Conductive wire it can hold 2,000 watts instead of the 240 that we've been seeing. So this is kind of the next step in this area. We're actually going to start doing it now. The shitty thing is it requires 25 per block. Now that means that if we've got 1,500 units of this, we can only do 60 tiles. I'm pretty sure we don't have enough, but it's okay. We're gonna get it done. We're just going to need to also bear in mind, we need to ensure that the conductive wires are also swapped out as well. So those are going to be the first things to go. Those are going to be the first things to go and the first things to replace. So I'm actually going to sit here for a second and wait for them to do it. And then I'm going to hook it right back up. The other thing about doing this is it does give us the opportunity to consider actually switching what's attached to this line. So my thought is remove the wire bridge, and then we can actually change this over to conductive wire as well. It's a really ballsy move, switching some of this over, but I think it's a necessary move. So, you know, we're gonna up it to 7. It's an important task. It's something I'd really like them to do so that we can make some glass. Glass isn't necessarily needed today, but if we can put ourselves in the position to do it, and if we can upgrade this wiring, it'll be really helpful to us, for sure. And the thing is, what we're also going to need to do is put down another power transformer here. And what I've learned, again, from the comments, thank you all so much for your very helpful comments, is we can put down a power transformer. And doing that, we're going to actually put this on 1 because this is just a plan. In doing that, we'll also be able to put down some conductive wire. And this line will now go from being a 1K line to being a 2K line. So doing that by itself would really, really, really be helpful. Wow, they're doing this very quickly. Oh my god. Conductive wire. Jeez, they're much faster than I was expecting at swapping that out. I told them it was 7 and they said, say less, good sir. So there we go. Really going quite well, actually. They're being very, very efficient with it. So in switching these wires over, and I'd like to switch the whole base over to these wires at some point, is it would allow us to really up what's on these and be a little bit more flexible with what's on them as well. Let's also just get a new blueprint. Pufflets. Lumps of slime, I don't want that, so I'm just gonna grab this for now, just a little bit of water. Also, I know I reject a lot of, you know, arguably decent things, but it's just, I'm not interested in getting slammed like that. You filter output. Your output is gonna be, you know, could it just be water? Just water. Okay. And anything else, good little pipe. You're gonna go that way. Okay, good. Hook you up that way. Okay. I don't need it to be granite, but it can be whatever it is there. Okay, good. So let's just see as well. Back to pipes. Beautiful. Okay. Let's turn this on and see what happens. There we go. Okay, so it's taking the polluted water out. Finally. And there we go. It's sneaking into the main line. So we are, I don't know how much polluted water is really in there. And that's okay, but we're getting it out. And that's what's important to me. So as long as that gets out, I'm good. Now, good, we're moving quite along here as they've changed over a lot of that wiring, which, again, I'm very pleased about. They're doing a very good job with it. I just need them to do me the biggest solid and probably create more of that wiring. More of the, yeah, see, we're making good progress going forward, but I just need them to switch these over, and I'm just gonna do the bits that I might miss. So there we go. This I'm gonna actually just maybe disconnect for now. We'll reattach it afterwards, and that's okay. And then there's also this area here. It's fine. We'll have to disconnect this too, unfortunately, just because we want to be mindful of what's going on here. So there we go. We're now out of that metal. What we're going to do is we're going to just rip some more. We're going to, not rip some more, we're going to make some more copper. We have the ability to make 15 more units. So I'm going to make, say, 15 more units. I don't know. Yeah, why not? This is still going. which is actually surprising me quite a bit. I didn't realize how much polluted water was here. We're pulling it out, though, quite effectively. So that's really good. Beautiful. Okay, so soon that'll be free of polluted water. Because if I look at this and go liquid, right? 227, 500. So what's the issue here? Why are they... They're shutting off because of what reason? That's fine. That's okay. It doesn't need to be efficient, that process. Let's also just make sure that this does, you know, what it needs to do, which is allow that room so that it can excrete all of its goods and juices. I know, pleasant way to put it, but it's how it's done. So we're taking a little bit of a slower approach today. You know, we've been rushing so much, and now I'm just kind of being very careful, very methodical. What the fuck is this? Except for my sometimes distractions, such as the fuck a puff prince is, you dirty bastard. Did you just poop out a did you just, no, sorry, I miscollected. Did you poop out an egg there? Weird. Okay. So we're just being very careful with things. We're being a little slow. Okay, that's fantastic that we've got a full liquid reservoir there. And just, again, methodical and taking our time. So it's a step-by-step process here. We're getting it done. And I just also want to kind of make sure we don't deal with too much issue while we're here. So let's do that. Let's kind of put this stuff on a 9 priority. This stuff here. Are you... My guy, there is no more... There is room? Oh, there is room. Okay, cool. So then we'll also build that up, and we'll... So basically this is going to store some of the water. That's the plan. I'm hoping most of the water will roll off this side, but 50-50, you know? It's not a huge deal that this is here. It just means I need to power it, which is not something I want to do. But because we're down here, let's take a look at the petroleum generator, how big it is. Big enough for sure. Generates 2 kilowatts though. That's pretty cool. 2,000 grams of, yeah. It's not terrible. I could put it here, and in fact I will actually cancel that for a second. Can I cancel this whole situation there? I don't know. I'll put it there maybe once I get more of that done. I could put it up here, but then I need to pipe the liquid all the way up, which is kind of the problem. And I can't bring a heavy wire down. I could, in theory, set up a second sort of power grid or something. Yeah, I wouldn't want to dig all the way down. Not sure the best way forward on that one. Not sure the best way forward to bring that power back up. I may need to change a lot of stuff over to the metal refinery's beautiful, beautiful copper ore. As well, also lime, perhaps, may need to happen as well. There is a little bit of research, though, that I do want to do, kind of actually, this here, because this, again, is proceeding to be important based on, you know, the above land issue, and then there was also the exosuits. So I'm already building atmo suits. Is that fine? Do I need anything else? I think in theory that's okay. Is there any, do I need any like space-esque suit or anything? No, I don't. Okay, that's cool. Long commutes, they're still upset about long commutes, I know. But at least it's still 50%. It's not going up anymore. I'm assuming it's, no, it's actually just, they're complaining. Is this gone now as well? Let me just check here, liquid. No more. Beautiful. Here's what we're gonna do now. Deconstruct. deconstruct. A couple of things. Moving that over here would be good. That is another thing that I would like to do. That is another scheme that I have in my little noggin. As well as doing that, and that. We're really working on closing this up as well. This is, again, something else that we're getting to. And let's see here. Turn that off again because I'm sure you're going to be dealing with too much liquid. Yep, that's what I thought. It's okay. This is really the thing that's sucking up all of the air. It's mostly, you know, oxygen and hydrogen. Mostly oxygen and hydrogen. And then this one over here is throwing a lot of carbon dioxide up here. I was always wondering why there was so much carbon dioxide up here because I didn't feel like this was running all the time. So it's actually because I'm dumping it in there like an idiot. I should really be dumping it over here. I should actually, what should happen is, see, so this goes down, right? Oh, wait, what is this? So this is sorting it out and it's all going pretty well that way. What would happen if I actually just snipped it right there, for instance, and then we stopped dealing with it? Ah, that is what would happen. What if I did that instead? And then I put the ventilation down here. You don't actually want to change whatever it is, but there we go. Because I feel like this vents that out. Why is this going this way? Why is this going this way? That is a good question. It should not. I'm just looking at this and it's very strange. I forget why I mean, I had that because it was overpressurized, but really, I feel like what should happen here is I should deconstruct this and then set this up to go down here. So let me just do that. Because really, why am I dumping this carbon dioxide back in here, right? Like if I got, where's my gas? There we go. Yeah, I don't know what the hell the point of that was. I'm gonna fix it up right now. We'll sort it right here, right now. And this is also a little bit concerning. Let me actually turn this on. Because what are you doing? You're gonna take... Oh, you're just gonna vent it back in. Oh, and now I'm venting it outside. Am I venting it outside? What the fuck's going on? Oh yeah, I'm just filling that up with polluted oxygen. Nice. Okay. Really, really chaotic in here. It's not exactly what I want to do. Let me actually turn that off. That is not at all what I want to do, actually. We'll hook that up with a regular wire. Put that on a 9 so they do it. Okay, we completed that. Space scanner and enclosed telescope. Cool. So, yeah, that was chaos, and I did not want to do that, but that is what happened. Okay, cool. Let's choose a blueprint. I'm just going to reject all. I wish I got like a little bonus if I rejected all. We're going to deconstruct that building because it's not needed anymore and it's just taking up space. And let's just think this over a little bit more. Right. So let's put down more conductive wire because that's what we've been, you know, trying to do. We've been doing a little bit of work in that space. So putting down more conductive wire, we're actually going to change it there. This is unfortunate that this is such a long piece of wire. We're going to have to do it. It is part of the main system, unfortunately. But we're also going to do this here. Again, such an expensive process. There we go. That already used up pretty well over half. Now, yeah, we're gonna have to make more. So let's hook it up there as well. And then down and down. Yeah, we need a little more. Unfortunate, but it does happen that way sometimes. So we're gonna have that set up and we're going to ask this kindly to make us a little bit more. Now, I think is that 12 more that I can make? So we'll do that. Really unfortunate, but it is what it is. It is the way this system works. They've got to make more, and this is the way that it's done. So we'll have that. We're gonna just shut that off for a second, just so that we can make a little bit more room to have that liquid come dumped out. These are getting all full as well, these storage units there. It's interesting. Okay, so there you go. That's getting filled up, which is cool. Now that's getting empty. Let's do this. Throw it on again. So somebody's using that. They're about to dirty everything up. Let's close it. Turn it back on to just kind of going 50-50 here. So, you know, the base is pretty balanced as a whole. I know there's a lot of like manual stuff that I have to do, but as a rule, the base does not a terrible job. This is, you know, getting filled up. I realize we aren't using this, but that's okay. That's going to be, we're going to start storing, hopefully, some hydrogen for cooling purposes. That's item number one. There is a little bit more kind of mixing going on. You know, it used to be very much oxygen only, and I think what happened was I've ripped this open and I've ripped all of this open, so there's a lot of stuff kind of mixing up as well, which, you know, unfortunately there's not a whole lot that can be done about that at this moment, but we'll get there. We'll soon we'll set up the base in such a way that there's a little more restriction to where air is going, where certain gases are going, because I don't like the polluted oxygen in the base. I'd like that cleaned up. I'd like that gone. This max gas pressure situation is also not something I'm keen on. I want that to never be an issue. If we do build a room with 2 to 3 electrolyzers in it, have them all on or 2 of them on, we could pump out quite a bit. So if we pumped out all of that air that's getting put in there, then we wouldn't have to worry too much about restrictions there. Also, let's just deconstruct that stuff as well. Deconstruct those and that. Deconstruct all of that piping, this piping. Good stuff. I'm not trying to deconstruct. Okay, good. They're not deconstructing that pipe. And then electrical as well. Let's just deconstruct this electrical. It's just not needed. And again, cleaning up a little bit. The base has been, it's been quite hectic for a long time. And I think I just want to, again, tidy it up, clean it up, make it easier, make it nicer. And this, are we still dealing with some output? No, we're not dealing with an output issue. Good, okay. Are we, no, all right, this is quite good actually. Looking at the conductive wire, oh fuck, did I make something not copper? Let me see here. It's entirely possible that I made something not copper. Yeah, okay, so I made something not copper. Not surprised, but that's okay. Okay, so far so good. That whole wire is pretty well actually what I need it to be. Oh my god. Okay, so let's, and that was all task level 5, so nobody was too panicked doing it. I am gonna up all of this to 8 so that it can get done. So that's super cool. Just going down here. Beautiful. I'm wondering, what if I just did this? How fast would that consume this? We'll dump the water there. Fuck. Oh well. It's consuming some petroleum. It's not consuming a horrendous amount of petroleum. I'm just gonna let that run for a bit. If it uses all of it, it's not a big deal. Then I'll just have a bunch of plastic. Which is good, actually. At the end of the day, it's okay if it ends up being the situation. I would like to build another one of those buildings there. And then looking at this, you can see quite a bit of storage is being used. And I think I'm going to assign, who's the one who's so stressed all the time? I think it's Steve. Steve, that's now yours. So we're gonna deconstruct. We're starting to deconstruct some stuff as well. So Ellie's the one that glows. So I'm actually gonna deconstruct this bed. Good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. This is good too. There's really no polluted water over here now. Oh, it got vacuumed up. Interesting. How did the electricity do? Is it all changed over? It's all changed over. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's time. Somebody can do this now. Let's see it happen. I mean, this is a terrible mess, but let's see this go down. Steve, it's always you, Steve. Oh, Steve's not the one doing it. Who's doing it? Camille. Oh my goodness. Camille, Camille, Camille. Come on over. Somebody's doing it. Is it Ellie? Ellie, are you going to be the one to make glass in this, like, little mess? Can somebody please sweep this up? Oh my gosh. Look at her. Oh. Let me cancel those other tasks. She's making glass. It's just kind of chaotic. Beautiful. We make glass. Look at that. Is it coming out? Oh, it is. It's generating an abundance of heat. But that's okay. We'll just really heat up the water. It's not gonna be an issue. So that's okay. That's wonderful, actually. Okay, this polluted water situation. This whole biome is thawing. Unexpectedly, to be honest. Not exactly anticipated. I mean, wow, that is... I don't like all this polluted oxygen over here. Is there a way for me to... like, could I perhaps fight the polluted oxygen in here? There's no electricity in here, is there? Oh, there's a little bit. Okay, well, that's fine. Potential load. That's great. I really need to... Oh, fuck, I want to use more of those wires. That is a fantastic electrical system. Oh my gosh, that is wildly great. So, a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on. But we make glass, so that's a really important step to this whole ordeal. And that is perfect, right? So... that's perfect that that's done. That was one of the major tasks that I wanted to complete. We also built a bed, which is also, again, kind of a thing that I wanted to do. We're going to just build a little door here. Does it count as a private bedroom? Private bedroom, it does. Beautiful, beautiful. So that gives a little bit of extra morale. Now, all right, good. So we've done that. Just reviewing down here, we're not actually running out of anything. But we've got a little pile of plastic, which is nice. So I'm going to just let that do its thing for now. While we have such a decent amount of gas. Can I fix this? This is my question. Can I fix this? Let me see if that fixes that. There's a lot of piping that needs to be reworked as well in the base. Like, this is a little bit chaotic. It's not really... it is actually causing backups. So... it would be good to have people go in here and deal with these things. I don't actually know why. I don't know why nobody's coming in here to deconstruct that. What is the errand like? Like, who is to do unreachable? Why? Why is that unreachable? Can nobody actually get there? Alright, that was my problem. I'm silly. I'm silly. So, they haven't been able to do any of this stuff because they're not able to get in there. Okay. They're going to be doing that now. This is done as well. So, we've made a bunch of glass, which is fantastic. I'm wondering, is that enough? It is enough to make a solar panel, which is huge, by the way. So, there is that. And then, of course, with that, we do need to have bunker doors. I don't think that the blast tiles or whatever it's called can actually handle the work that would be required of it, but it's fine. So this whole line, current load, 160. And that's this thing. Okay. This. Those two fridges. And like a joke of a system, really and truly. Like, it has a high potential load, but a lot of this stuff is not running. I'm thinking of doing the cleaning system here because I need to get this water out of here. So let's just do this real quick as well. Since we're, you know, up and about running around doing stuff, I'm going to deconstruct all of that. We're going to make everything here. Sorry, cancel that one. We're going to make all of this a 9. So everything's a 9. They're going to do their task. They're going to put it together. Now, with this whole ordeal over here, what I need from them is to take the... Is it under refinement? Refinement. We're going to build a water sieve. And that's all we're going to do here. So it's an intake, it's an outtake, and I think I might just dump clean water in here for now. I don't know, it's like, it's not exactly what I would want to do, but it provides me with a backup water source to play with in a little bit. We'll get to using it eventually, but for the time being, we're just going to cancel that one. Okay, good. Actually, no, this is too much. What am I doing? I should be doing the refinement over one. So I just do the refinement here because I could put 2 more of those in here. There. Okay, good. All right, cool. Deconstruct that. All right. So, again, doing it proper. There we go. That goes in there. This one will be accepted by whatever the fuck ends up being placed there. And then I'm going to put 2 more liquid reservoirs. 1, 2. And they're going to be designed in the same manner as the other. There is no real liquid shut. Oh, hello, friend. There's no real liquid shutoff that I'm super hell-bent on doing. We're going to do that for now as well. Do I have enough? Oh, I do have actually enough wire here to set this up a little better. So we're going to do this, and we're going to do, sure, all the way down there, and that. Okay. So again, this is kind of a 9. It's all 9 level priority. I just want to get it all done and sorted, and I'm very, very excited to have this system built too. So get some plumbing done a little bit more. Same system, down, 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 and then, you know, it goes over, over, and over. So this system is designed to not push limits in any way, but it is designed to help alleviate some of this strain over here. This is about to start flooding into the main base, actually, which is very alarming to me. I don't want that happening. We're actually going to deconstruct this, and I need to build another tile or 2 up, if possible. So we're going to have them deconstruct that. That's a main task to do as well. And then we're going to go boop, boop, boop. And again, all part of the process, all part of the process. So it's getting done. We're going to also set that up so it goes down a little bit. And again, this wasn't exactly intended to happen, but it is necessary. It is a necessary act, and it is something that I've wanted to do for a really long time, so I'm very pleased that we're getting there. And then also, while we're, you know, letting them run around and do their thing, building these tubes would be great. So let's just pause for a second. You know, I know I can't do everything. Could I do... I wonder if that would actually work. It's just expensive, eh? Yeah, it costs double. So if I was to do this, how many tiles would this be? Yeah, already out, immediately out. There you go. That far and I'm out. We're gonna cancel all that, but I just kind of wanted to see what it would be. Now, you know, we are going to... Oh, gosh. Yeah, I don't want that to... Oh, well, it wasn't going to flood the base because I was very well prepared there. That was good on me. Let's just dig all of that out, too. And we should dig that out as well, right there. Dig that. Okay. Yikes. Yeah, there's some stuff that I'm a little concerned about still. I'm thankful that this is still a very good chlorine room. They're doing this starvation shit again. You're not starving. Calm down. Although I will admit, like, perhaps it is a good time to make some bristle blossoms, some more food. I think that is a reasonable... I think it's a reasonable thought, is to continue to produce food. Perfect. All right, so grand. This is up and running. And basically the idea is these are gonna... Basically, I'll snip it. Again, it's a manual thing. I'm gonna snip it, and I would then hook it back up here. Now, I'm wondering if, you know, there is some automation that can be done here. Yeah, there's some automation, but there's not enough room in here. It is something that I would be interested in doing. Something I would be interested in doing, but I'm not quite, not quite there yet. Not quite there yet. Camille needs her own bedroom. Is something I'm seeing. Camille, I think it's time for you to get a private bedroom, my dear. Rooms? Overlay? Your miscellaneous room. Technically, it is not a bedroom yet. Probably because you don't have a bed. And that's fine. Well, we'll get you one. And then this room as well. Good. And then I could take this out, right? That's Ellie's room. Never mind. Ellie is assigned there for a reason. Should actually be assigning Ellie over here because she glows. She's a little shit disturber. Okay. But this is great. There's no pollution in this at all. Well, except for those, apparently. Somebody could you actually sweep all of that up? I'm quite pleased to have a second room in here. We're gonna just let this run. I'm probably not going to be doing anything super duper pressing, but we're going to let this run so that we can start filling this stuff into here in a few moments. So actually, something that I realized in doing this good work that I do is because we can cut, so if we go into the back end here, nothing's really happened, by the way, it's just kind of been going. If I actually just take this and cut it here, no water's going to go in here. So what that means is, that means I can confidently just do this, snip this right here, and hook it up. So see, all we need to do is just that, and there you go. Now all of the germs are going to start going into this, then this, then this, and there we go. So we're going to actually start pulling water directly out of here. And that'll be great for us because this is just chaos. And I'm hating how much polluted water is here. I would really like to keep it clean. I'd really like to clean it up a little bit. I'm thinking perhaps, you know, this storage vat isn't very big. And this one, you know, it's great, but maybe I need another one. And that wasn't something that was originally on my mind. I didn't think that I would need to do that. I wasn't pressed to do it either. But it might be something for me to do. And I know I set this up, it was a test, it was a little bit of a test run, just so we all remember, a little bit of a test run to do, to see if uranium, to see if radiation would deal with germs, and it did very effectively deal with germs. Not sure if it's what I want to do, but also this here. So, steam. Steam is something I need, and the cool steam vent is great, but it is producing a lot of water, and I am not using much water. I'm just wondering, you know, if I could just put that to a 9, actually. Not that one, sorry, that shouldn't exist. put that to a 9. I'm wondering what it could make that would be food, for instance, that wouldn't require much of anything. So we'll just push play. You know, water is what I mean. So you deal with water. You take water. That's it. Oh yeah, I wanted to grow thimble reeds. Polluted water. So you needed polluted water. That was actually the point of this section, by the way, was thimble reeds. So we'll actually place one down there so that I remember. That'll be fine. Oh, there, that's a thimble reed right there. Yeah, see, so this should be a thimble reed over here, and we'll take polluted water from over there, right? Because that's no longer hooked up, but I can hook it up. And then, yeah, okay. So maybe I'll switch you out and switch you out. That'll be good. Anyway, so this is reducing the water quite a bit, so that's great. What we're going to do is we're just going to sweep this stuff up. Too much water. Too much water. I just want it cleaned up. The base is getting a little out of hand with this whole mess that is here. So I'd like to just tidy things up. Because it makes it, I think when they're walking, it slows them down too. So if we do that, there we go. I know it's a lot to ask of them, and oh, all the storage rooms are full. We'll just kind of let it run for a second. Storage is full. Let's see. I mean, okay. Somebody built this bed. And there are 6 dupes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Ellie's assigned there. Okay, good. Ellie's the bright one, I think. Ellie glows, yes. She has issues. And maybe next time, and I'm not quite sure, don't quote me on this. Maybe next time I will move towards doing, getting another duplicate. Because, you know, they're kind of, there are 6 of them. They're doing a good job right now. But we could do with another one. I think I just need to stabilize the food a little bit more. Make sure we have enough food for them. Because we've been not doing a bad job with food, but like certainly have been very light with food production. I think we could do a little bit more. I want to know who's doing this. Ellie is currently doing it. Phenomenal. That's what I need. This is good as well. Okay, so we're getting some good plasma steam. You're okay. All right, that's fine. Good. And then there's also this too. So a lot of stuff to think about, a lot of stuff to do. Just wondering, I started off at 40, I've got about 30 left. That's good. I think some of my time should definitely be spent making some more petroleum. And then figuring out how to hook it up. If I hooked it up, I feel like I would need heavy want, and I need to do heavy want all the way up. What a pain in my ass. Because heavy want can't go through... Can heavy want go through anything? Oh, it can go through... Perfect. I could easily run the heavy want up, 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 over, up, boom. I've been worrying about this whole time, and I've been able to do it this whole time. Well. Carries more water than regular water. 50. Okay, well, we're not doing that. But I could easily do the heavy watt wire and simply run it. It must be in an unoccupied space. Yeah, let's not do that. But yeah, I could easily run it through all of that. I mean, it's ugly as hell, but it would do the trick. Okay, that's really good to know. I was so silly when I did this whole process. I thought that I was going to... Okay, good. And then steel, I could just make it out of steel. Okay, easy. Easy, 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 easy. Perfect, 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 perfect. Perfect. Okay, so going in, just so we're on the same page, there are germs. grand. There are no germs in the liquid pipe. Are there germs in the liquid pipe? It's really killing everything out. That's nice. Anyway, it seems like we've got our system set up. It seems like we're clearing out some water now, which is really exciting. I'd like to freshen this up a little bit. Maybe I need to expand this polluted water pool as well, which is totally possible. Make it as big as our water pool. But I'm excited to see the base is cleaning up, coming together. Stop getting yourselves fucking burnt, you little idiots. And we've been able to make glass, so that is also a really great thing. I would love it if they could actually dump this now. But yeah, so if you folks are enjoying this series, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new, and of course, don't forget to leave any comments with tips, hints, or suggestions, letting me know how I did or how I could improve the base or improve how things are going. And as always, thank you for stopping by. Happy you did, and I'll see you next time.